Astro Boy! That's me!
Biohazard 4.
バカみたい。
よみがえってくるこの感覚。
あなたに私は倒せない。 ち渡る勝率の時は今ここに来たれり。
To save you. Glad you're not hurt.
I can't believe you're safe.
The field experiments with the principles of God's creation of the world.
What a bothersome.
I told you before, to him, this is a game. Now that whip has become the bane of the children of the night.
and my kinsmen will destroy you someday. From this day on, the Belmont clan will hunt the night!
If you want to know.
Beat me!
But I am beloved by the night. You will taste my powers.
I'll kill you and the night!
宇宙刑事シャリバンがコンバットスーツを赤車乗着するタイムはわずか1ミリ秒に過ぎない。宇宙刑事シャイダー。宇宙刑事シャイダーはわずか1ミリ秒で氷結を完了するのだ。 レーザーブレード。スパイダーブルーフラッシュ。ビデオビームガン。レーザーブレード。スパイダーブルーフラッシュ。
到着。宇宙刑事。
宇宙刑事ギャバンがコンバットスーツを乗着するタイムはわずか 0.05 秒に過ぎない。では乗着プロセスをもう一度見てみよう。
了解。コンバットスーツ戦闘します。
男なんだろう。グズグズするなよ。
ギャバンめ、魔空空間に引きずり込め。地軸転換装置を作動せよ。
ドン・ホラーは地軸を操りブラックホールに似た魔空空間を作り出すことができるのだ。
サイバリアン。行くぞ。あれだ、デッドビーム。おのれ。行くぞ。行くぞ。急いでやる。ファイナルキック。 開始制獣ドルドルサーベルダブラーに近づけ。レーザーブレードギャバンダイナミック。
サーベルダブラーと共に魔空の山岳基地は壊滅したと同時にミミーの悪夢を消え去り、すっかりいつもの元気を取り戻していた。これからも地球の平和を守るため頼むぞレス、乗着せよ宇宙刑事ギャバン。
明日もまた血と涙が落ちる。そして消えてゆく。I feel the fight 何かが命じる。I feel the fight 俺の内側で I feel the fight 心なき心俺は今倒す。全てが闇に埋もれ光を失っても Oh baby 俺の胸の星に抱かれ眠れ。そうさいつまでも I feel the fight 悲しみばらまき I feel the fight 孤独を育てる I feel the fight この戦いを俺は今叩く。I feel the fight 何かが命じる。I feel the fight 俺の内側で I feel the fight 心なき心俺は今倒す。
行くぞ。ああ、そうしよう。くらえトリプルマジンガーブレード。
契約完了。 どうしてここへ？
パパが大変なんだ。
No escape! Fight!
古事天性亮君、ここで決めるぞ。了解だ。任せとけってルストアーケー操作ダブルトマホークバラン。よし今だ。ファイナルダイナミックスペシャル。地球は僕たちの手で守ってみせるぞ。ヒカルさん大丈夫か。
私だって大輔さんの力になりたい。
スクランブルターンコンビネーションクロス。
マリンミサイル。
Here we go!
Round 1. Fight. You win. Round 2. Fight.
You're finally here.
So, what do you want?
I never got to fight you at the tournament. I'll take you on right here, right now.
There's no reason to fight.
You ain't got one? Well, I do.
Round 1. Fight. You win. Round 2. Fight. You win.
Sergeant! Desertion is an offense punishable by court-martial. Give yourself up, soldier!
Oi.
Fire!
Kazama, remember, I kicked your ass back there. Hey, you listening? I'll give you a chance to even the score at the next tournament. You better show up.
Ceasefire!
The king of fighters. The year was 1994 when the monumental gathering of SNK superstars began. Each year thereafter, this gaming event got even better with the addition of new systems and the appearance of new characters, and it continued to reign over the world of 2D games as its king. As of 2004, KOF turns 10 years old. And this year marks another milestone in the series that will rewrite the history of King of Fighters to commemorate the 10th anniversary of the series. First, King of Fighters has gone 3D. The king of 2D gameplay now comes to claim the crown of 3D fighting games. The new story recreates the King of Fighters world. The King of Fighters series has always presented epic stories, but the new saga that begins this time around will be nothing like you've ever seen. You won't be able to wait to see what happens next. And the arcade version too packs a mighty punch as part of this 10th anniversary project. Along with the home version, KOF is sure to cause a perfect storm of gaming excitement. If that's not enough, 2 successive titles will be released within the year. To learn more about this, along with the transition to 3D gameplay, the King of Fighters Maximum Impact adds a number of new systems that you've never seen before. Let's take a look at a few of these new systems. In addition to the familiar punches and kicks, KOF characters get a few new basic moves. For example, take a look at the forward and backward rolls. Forward and backward rolls make it possible to avoid your opponent's attacks. Not only that, under the right circumstances, they just may allow you to pull victory from defeat. Sidestep. The sidestep move lets you dash around to your opponent's flank. Use it to avoid attacks and slap your opponent silly from the side. With the change to 3-dimensional graphics, characters are now literally able to run circles around their opponents. The spiral move is most effective when your character's cornered against a wall or at the edges of screens. Take a gander at the forward and backward roll guard cancel moves. When guarding against an opponent's attack, this move lets you enter a cancel command and roll forward or backward. Forward rolls are effective for closing in on an opponent, and backward rolls help you get away from an attack. But if your timing's off using these, you may just end up getting creamed by a counterattack. Use the guard cancel blowback attack. This move lets you enter a cancel command while guarding against attacks, and in a flash send your opponent flying. In short, the name of the game is all about trying to recognize the right opening to blow your opponent back whenever you want.
Up and down, everyone, come on.
And don't forget the guard crush. The newly introduced guard gauge decreases 1 degree whenever a character guarding against attacks is hit. When the gauge becomes empty, it's guard crush time, and all your character can do is take the punishment, even if he or she attempts to guard against it. This guard crush lasts while the gauge continues to flash red no matter how many attacks you take. All you can do is wait for the gauge to return to normal. And when the gauge is restored, your only hope is to immediately counter with your best combo move. Next come the stylish moves. Stylish moves are the most distinctive of all the new systems in King of Fighters Maximum Impact. Entering a command with the right timing during the activation of certain special moves allows you to use the unique combo moves prepared for each character. Each character packs a variety of stylish moves, so you can end games in style no matter which character you choose. Finally, let's take a look at the real appeal of the King of Fighters series, the abundance of scintillatingly speedy combo moves.
go! Fight 2! Ready, go!
Want to fight again?
So, what?
Fight 1! Ready, go! Fight 2! Ready, go!
So you're my opponent. Won't you take it easy on me?
Fight 1! Ready, go! Fight 2! Ready, go!
Super Saiyan Goku. His body finally healed. Goku returns to the battlefield in time to witness the horrific results of Frieza's murderous rampage. Dende and Vegeta have been killed. Piccolo lies near the brink of death. And when Krillin is destroyed right before his very eyes, Goku has seen enough. His rage explodes, and in a burst of power, he is transformed into a Super Saiyan. Faced with this new threat, Frieza launches an energy attack at the planet Namek itself. The blast penetrates the planet's core, triggering an unstoppable chain reaction that will ultimately cause the planet to explode. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Kami and Mr. Popo gather the Dragon Balls and use them to wish all of Frieza's victims back to life. Guru is revived, thus restoring the Namekian Dragon Balls to their original luster. The clock ticking, Dende quickly summons Porunga and wishes that everyone on the doomed planet Namek be transported to the safety of Earth. Everyone, that is, except Goku and Frieza. With his friends safely off the planet, Goku has chosen to stay behind, determined to put an end to Frieza's evil ways once and for all. But will his Super Saiyan strength be enough to stop the most powerful villain the universe has ever known?
I'll send you to the next dimension.
I won't let you get away with this!
Use melee combat to increase your Super Saiyan potential.
Frieza is defeated, but the victory comes at a high price as the planet Namek explodes in a fiery cloud. Back on Earth, fears run high that Goku did not escape the blast in time. The Z-Warriors mourn the loss of their friend, but they vow to use the Dragon Balls to wish him back. Having recounted his troubled tale, Trunks presents Goku with a vial containing an antidote to the heart virus he is one day doomed to suffer. If Goku can only survive the virus, thousands of people may be spared a future of death and terror at the hands of the androids. Trunks takes his leave, but promises to meet them all again at the precise time and place of the android's first appearance. The Z-Warriors take these words to heart, and for the next 3 years they train with all their might, until at last the time comes to meet the android threat. The Z-Warriors have come face to face with the sinister foes of Trunks' prediction. Android 19 and Android 20 have arrived. And little do our heroes realize, Android 20 is none other than the mad scientist Dr. Gero himself. Though Gero started out human, numerous robotic enhancements have given him all the powers of his android creation. By leveling a section of the city, feeling too many innocent bystanders would be caught in the crossfire, Goku decides to lead the fight away from the city.
You don't have a chance.
Super Saiyan Vegeta. The battle begins, and the androids are clearly unprepared for Goku in his Super Saiyan form. Goku's victory seems certain, until the mighty warrior suddenly begins clutching his heart in pain. Could this be the deadly heart virus of Trunks' warning? With Goku's advantage waning, Android 19 prepares to pounce, when another Saiyan steps in to finish the fight. It's Vegeta, ready to show the world that he too has become a Super Saiyan.
Android.
You're nothing! I'll crush you!
It's bound to protect Goku!
After watching Vegeta send Android 19 to the scrap heap, Android 20, aka Dr. Gero, decides it is time to make a hasty retreat. Trunks arrives on the scene just in time to catch a glimpse, and is shocked to discover that these androids are not the same ones that destroyed his future world. But there's no time to ponder this strange turn of events. The hunt for Dr. Gero is on. Dr. Gero escapes to his secret lab one step ahead of the pursuing Z-Warriors and hastily activates two more of his diabolical creations, Androids 17 and 18. But the Doctor's haste proves to be his undoing. Refusing to submit to his control, the androids turn on their creator. The Z-Warriors blast through the doors just in time to witness the Doctor's demise. And Trunks realizes that these new androids are the ones responsible for the destruction of his future world. Despite Trunks' best efforts to stop them, 17 and 18 manage to activate yet another android, number 16, a killing machine designed for the sole purpose of destroying Goku. Recognizing the threat, Trunks calls for a retreat, but Vegeta's pride will not let him back down. The Saiyan Prince launches into battle. Piccolo's fusion. After assessing the situation on Earth, Kami reluctantly agrees to fuse with Piccolo. In an explosion of power, the two halves are made whole again, and Piccolo is transformed into a Super Namek. The new and improved Piccolo races to Master Roshi's house, where the androids have gone in their hunt for Goku. Now Piccolo must put his powers to the test as he faces the androids alone. The Time Chamber. The monster Cell, Dr. Giro's ultimate creation, has but a single goal. Only through the absorption of androids 17 and 18 can Cell become complete and achieve his perfect form. And now, the monster is one step closer to achieving that goal. He sweeps Piccolo aside and attacks android 17. Unable to resist, the android is absorbed, and Cell's body begins its shocking transformation. Before Cell can set his sights on android 18 and complete his transformation, Tien bursts onto the scene. Summoning every ounce of his strength, he holds the monster at bay with his powerful tri-beam technique, giving android 18 a chance to escape. Meanwhile, Trunks and Vegeta are hard at work within the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, a special room in Kami's Lookout in which a fighter can gain a year's worth of training in just one day. Tien holds out against Cell for as long as he can, but at last his strength fails him. But before Cell can reciprocate in kind, Goku suddenly appears on the scene. Using his instant transmission technique, he transports Tien and Piccolo back to the lookout for a quick recovery. At the same time, their year's worth of training completed, Trunks and Vegeta emerge from the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, more powerful than ever. Imperfect Cell. Cell's frustration grows as his search for Android 18 proves fruitless. He has traced the android to a chain of deserted islands. He begins destroying the islands one by one in an attempt to flush her from hiding. But before he can close in on his target, Vegeta and Trunks arrive on the scene, eager to put their training in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber to the test. As the battle continues, Cell soon realizes he is outmatched by the father-son Super Saiyan duo. But in a crafty move, he temporarily blinds Trunks and Vegeta, then swoops down to absorb Android 18. His goal finally realized, the monster undergoes his final transformation and becomes Perfect Cell. Trunks and Vegeta resume the battle, but they are powerless to defeat Perfect Cell. Clearly amused by their efforts, Cell allows them to live. He challenges them, along with all of the Earth's most powerful fighters, to take part in a martial arts tournament. The Z-Warriors have no choice but to agree. Now, they have just 1 week to train before the fate of the Earth is decided in the Cell Games. Super Saiyan Gohan. Goku and Gohan enter the Hyperbolic Time Chamber in preparation for the Cell Games. Goku has a plan for victory, but first he must teach his son to harness the incredible powers hidden within him. Gohan must become a Super Saiyan. Goku and Gohan emerge from the Hyperbolic Time Chamber and decide to use the remaining time before the Cell Games for a little rest and relaxation. The Cell Games. At last, the day arrives, and the Earth's strongest warriors converge on the Cell Games arena. Goku is the first to challenge the monster, and after an impressive display of fighting prowess, he surprises everyone by forfeiting the match. Goku bows out, conceding that he is not strong enough to defeat Cell, but he offers up an even stronger fighter to take his place, Gohan. Goku believes that if Gohan's anger is provoked, he will release his true hidden potential and defeat Cell. Cell is eager for the challenge. In an attempt to fuel Gohan's rage, he releases an army of Cell Juniors and orders them to attack the rest of the Z-Warriors. The Z-Warriors struggle to survive the vicious attacks of the Cell Juniors. Android 16 attempts to subdue Cell in a desperate move to end the violence. The monster Cell, however, is not easily subdued, and with a single devastating blow, he reduces Android 16 to scrap metal. Upon witnessing the peace-loving android's untimely demise, Gohan's rage is at last ignited, much to Cell's delight. The final showdown. After witnessing the destruction of Android 16, Gohan's rage ignites, and in an explosion of raw power, he ascends to a new height of Super Saiyan strength. In this anger-fueled state, Gohan obliterates the army of Cell Juniors, then sets his sights on their cruel master, Perfect Cell.